Welcome back everyone to another episode of Minecraft. It has been a really long time since I last played it. It's been like 3 weeks, and in that time period I collected a ton of materials, 3 whole chests full of them. So I got a ton of rails, lanterns, glass, stone, ton of logs and stone, a lot more stone. And I ran into a wandering trader who gave me melon seeds, packed ice and sea pickle. I don't know what that's for. And I ran into a wandering illagers. They dropped an ominous bottle and an illager banner. So I'm gonna hopefully figure out what I could do with those. And I also collected some mushrooms for some future plans. Now in today's episode, what I'm gonna do is first of all move some of these materials over. Right, and I'm gonna build some more structures where the agricultural district is, and off camera also build a platform for something that I'm gonna do in the future. It's kind of like a small teaser for time being. So now that we're here and everything here is currently at maximum capacity, and I also decided to build some dirt roads, make it look good. So what we're going to do today is create a pumpkin farm and a watermelon farm. Now the collection system for it is going to be the exact same as everything else, and in order to build it, what I need to do is place on a block, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So a 9 by 9 essentially. So I made 2 9 by 9 side by side. One's going to be the pumpkin and one's going to be the watermelon. So I'm going to quickly fill this up with oak wood, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm done with filling it out with oak wood, I also decided to put up the pillars, so 4 blocks high, 1 block out, and the lamps in it. And I also decided to empty out the back for the collection system, which is going to be essentially like this. So it's going to be a torch back here on both sides, right? After that is going to be the redstone repeater. And then it's going to be the comparator. But before I put down the comparator, I'm going to put down a chest here and here, chest here and here, with a hopper going into both of them. So it's just essentially it's going to be not a combined collection system like this one over here, but it's going to be a separate one. So now that we have that done, we need to put down the comparators. So it's going to be a comparator, the 2 prongs facing the hopper on both sides. Right, and now that's done, we need the powered rail and normal rail. And for that, probably going to do it like this. So the very middle. Oh, axe broke. We're going to clear out the very middle for the stuff, and the one in the very corner right here, on both sides. Okay, so now that we're done with that, and I decided to make it 2 blocks deep, I'm going to put the redstone torch here. Right. I can't pick it up. Right, and a redstone torch in the corner. So I'm gonna do the pumpkin one, or one of them, on camera, while I'll do the other one off camera. So after that we just cover it up. Make sure that all these are powered. That they are. Next we just need the regular rails, and the power rails on top of here. Right here and right here. So I'm gonna do the rails and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I put on the rails, and for artistic purposes, what I needed to do was drop everything by 1 block, so that way I could have windows on the side, so that way we could look inside and see the pumpkins and the watermelon growing, instead of having bars, because bars wouldn't really look that good in it. Plus the glass itself would increase the efficiency of it, so that way items would not get stuck in between it. But since the villagers create such a large amount, even if it is inefficient by a slight bit, it would still be a lot of things that they would be creating. I'm getting a lot of lag. Okay, so now that I'm done with the walls, what I needed to do was place on observers and pistons, and for that I needed the observers to have face down. So I created a small bit of stairs over here, and it's about 4 blocks high, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then block, observer, block, observer, block, observer. Just need to repeat this whole thing on everything over here, so that way the observers are all face down. So I'm gonna quickly do that, and oh, okay, that was it. This is a lot of lag. So I'll quickly do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I'm done placing observers all throughout, I decided to destroy the wood that was over here and place another piece of wood on top of it, so that way we have a wood above every single empty spot and an observer in between. So we just need to put redstone on each one of these observers, and we also need to place down pistons on each one of these blocks, that way they look down. So I'm gonna quickly do that, and okay, now that I'm done with that, I placed pistons on each one of them except for the very middle block. It's supposed to be an observer here, but I destroyed it. So pistons everywhere, and a piece of redstone on above the observer. Same with this side right here. What we need to do next is to create the place where it's going to be farmed, all the goodies. So it's going to be one block right here, right? Now the most difficult part about all this is going to be how to fit everything in here while being only one block high. So what we're going to do is place a glowstone on the very middle, and we're going to place a piece of dirt on the sides, except for the very middle, right? Place a slab right here, waterlog that, and well, that's not good. Okay, I'm back. So instead of a slab, we're supposed to have a stair. My bad. So we're gonna waterlog this, so that way the water is in there. Okay, good. So next, what we need to do is place a block on every single observer, and the one below the observer is the one that's going to be tiled, or tilled rather. Yep. So I'm going to fill the whole thing up with that, and while also at the same time planting seeds. Is it? Yep. Yeah, right here. Yeah. So planting a seed. So I'm gonna do all that throughout the whole mechanism, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I'm done with this, so I have essentially a block that's tilled with a seed on top of the observer. So whenever the observer picks up it growing, it's gonna release the pistons are gonna go down. And whenever it places down a block, for example the pumpkin is supposed to place, the observer will pick that up and the piston will break it, and it will just be remaining here, while the collection system, Minecraft with Hopper, is gonna be down here. Oh, there's no. Where did the restaurant torch go? See a restaurant torch here. Where'd that go? Okay, that's kind of weird. I'm gonna go grab that restaurant torch real quick and fix that. Not sure how that happened. Oh, right here. Right. So the collection system is going to pick it all up. So whenever a pumpkin grows, it's going to collect it and deposit it right here. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, but instead of pumpkins, it's going to be watermelon. And the watermelon isn't going to be fully completed since I only have 12 melon seeds. So I'm going to wait until I have enough melons in order to fill it. I'm going to fill it up, and then that's going to be completed. And when that's all done, I'll be back then. Okay, now that I've finished placing everything in here, creeper, just kill that first. If that dies, everything would have been ruined. Okay, now that I'm done filling up the melons, all the melons are in here, all the pumpkins are in here. The Okay, these serve no purpose, it's just for artistic purposes. Same with the trapdoor. So now that the collection system is down here and is collecting things, what essentially happens is that when a pumpkin or melon is created, the observer notices the change in the seed, and then it shoots the pistons, so that way the melon or pumpkin gets destroyed by the pistons and it just remains here, like what happened over there. And then it gets collected by the collection system and ends up here. Now since this is done, right, let's see if I could catch one of these in action. Might take a bit, but up. You guys saw that one over there? Yeah, that one pumpkin over there. Oh, did you guys see that? That pumpkin over there got created and then instantly destroyed. Turned into a block. Now that block's gonna get picked up by a collection system, and yeah, exact same thing is gonna happen to the melons. But instead of melon blocks, it's just gonna be melons. Yeah. So that's these two are done. What on the list next is to make an open air chicken farm. Yeah, so an open air egg farm with a barn that has elevated egg storage. Now, since the reason I'm making eggs over here is because with the eggs, the pumpkin, and I'm gonna make a sugarcane farm next. With that, I can make pumpkin pie with all of that. Plus, the sugarcane is also going to be very helpful, and the eggs is going to be helpful as well. So first of all, let me just mine out where the chickens are gonna go first. Okay, now that I have chopped away, don't mind that. Now that I've digged out the area where the chicken farm is gonna go, the collection system where the chicken farm is gonna go, I'm gonna create that. But before that, I decided to create out of mangrove, and I decided to grow a mangrove tree, right? And by far, it did not drop a single piece of sapling at all. And as for where I got this from, got it from this villager right here, a mangrove propagule, because I wanted to create the barn out of mangrove planks. It'll be like a red barn, so that'll look good. So now while I'm gonna do this off camera real quick, but to go with this one right here, right? So it's going to be the exact same collection system as everything else, and since it's going to be elevated, it's going to go up here. So we're going to have two railways right here, and this right here is where the exit is going to be, where the collection system goes away. Okay, now that the collection system is kind of done on the bottom, what I need to do is cover it all up with dirt. Okay, now that I placed the dirt all the way over the tracks, I decided to put spruce zombie. Decided to put spruce fencing on it and a spruce door. And since it takes so long in order for eggs to spawn, right? So I decided to make this 100% efficient, so that way the fence goes underneath the the rails go underneath the fence as well. So that way it's 100% efficient, meaning every single egg gets caught inside. So now I'm going to create the barn real quick, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that I finished the inside of the barn somewhat, so we essentially have the tracks coming in, going all the way up into the collection system, which is essentially the exact same collection system as every other one I made so far. So the comparator down there, redstone torch down there, and it all goes into hopper line. The hopper line all the way goes into all these chests. And you may be thinking, why so many chests? That's a lot of chests actually. It's because eggs only stack into stacks of 16, and I'm gonna have a lot of chickens here, so I want to have a lot of eggs. And all these hoppers go in here, so I'm gonna cover these up. And once I'm actually before all that, yeah, let me just hatch the eggs first. Right, the eggs I got from the chicken farm I had over here, but it's so I just destroyed that slightly, so that way it collects the eggs instead of shooting them in order to spawn the chickens. So So now I just need to crack all these eggs until filled up with chickens. And once that's done, I'm gonna finish the roof, and I'll be right back once that's done. And with that, the roof. So now that the egg farm is done, we can start to see if it's right. Okay, so it's gonna fill up from here. So it's gonna fill up bottom, up top, and then it's gonna go all the way to the end. So it is creating a ton of eggs. So that's gonna be plenty of things that I can make with it. I might decide to make some cake with it, maybe. So now that this is all done, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.